Hi everybody. Today I'm going to be talking about how my boyfriend has truly impacted my life. I'd like to talk about my boyfriend Randy, who has helped me so much throughout the last couple years. This is me and him at a wedding about a year ago. He's the only man I know strong enough to be involved in mine and my son's life. Randy has been there for me through the hardest time of my life. He was physically and emotionally supportive when my mom and my sister left me and my stepdad and moved to Hawaii. I was living with just my stepdad and my son, and Randy knew that I wasn't happy, and he made sure that I never felt abandoned or alone. He was always at my house after work. He made me dinner, we would watch movies until we both fell asleep, and then he would wake up in the middle of the night and drive home, even though he had to work at like 4 a.m. Randy was also there for me when I got fired from my job. The first thing he did when he found out that I was fired was come to my house and bring me flowers, just to keep my mind off things. Because I was depressed from this happening, he made sure that we went out and did things like skating, we went skateboarding all the time, or just go to the park with my son and play around. Got me out of the house. He had stayed so positive and supportive when I was negative and down all the time. Randy fully supports my future goals. Currently, he helps me with my coursework, and he's like a Google machine. If I don't understand something and I ask him, and he always knows what it is and how to explain it so I can understand it. Sometimes I just can't teach myself or comprehend what the question's asking me. He always helps me. He surprises me with how much knowledge he has about everything. I've always known that I wanted to be a nurse, and Randy is the one person that pushed me into coming back to school so I could pursue that. I can get frustrated when I can't figure things out, like applying for school or figuring out financial aid. I get to the point where I end up in tears because I'm so upset. He settles me down and helps me with any problem or situation I'm in. Lastly, he's such an amazing role model for my son. And this is all of us. My son's going to turn 4 in May. My son doesn't really have a father figure in his life, and Randy sees him nearly every day and loves him to death. He would do anything for that little boy. He plays with my son all the time and feels comfortable enough to not let him push any boundaries. Randy really cares for my son. He wants him to have the best of the best. For example, he wants my son to go to good schools and play any type of sport that my son would like, whether it's baseball, hockey, soccer, which he loves all that, so he's probably going to play all of that. Randy wants my son to have a great childhood, and he's helping me be able to accomplish that. What I've just talked about doesn't even come close to what he has done to help me and support me the last few years. He's been there emotionally every time I've needed him. He's been there physically every time I've needed him, and he helps me with anything I could possibly need with my son. He supports my future, and he keeps me sane. I can't picture my life without him. He is truly my best friend. I will never be able to thank him enough. Mine and my son's life are better because he is in it. And that's all I have to say about my tribute speech to my boyfriend. Thanks.